from the fast. Told a bitch get the bag. You ain't looking for no man. I won't judge you. I can't hurt you. She only loves these styles.
What's good, everybody? I'm Brandon. Yeah, man. Ups and downs, Elimination Chamber. Of course, I told you I was going to get to it. I'm also going to drop Raw today, so be on the lookout for that. And like I told you, I'm dropping hella videos. This is the first video I'm reacting to. After this, I'll probably do like 5 or 6 more. You know, I'm dropping hella videos, but then starting tomorrow, regular programming, you know, like 3 or 4 per day. Anyway, I'm ready to finally see what happened with Elimination Chamber. Shout out to all y'all for not ruining it for me, man. Because usually niggas ruin shit. Y'all always hit me up, Brandon, so-and-so, be so-and-so. It's like, thank you. I know you're hyped up. I know you want to keep me in the loop. But don't ruin that shit, cuz. Anyway, I'm ready to hop into it. Let's go.
I tell you, one day we're actually going
to
have
a bro?
look at the world of professional wrestling when there isn't a pay-per-view. I mean, can you imagine waking up on a Monday and planning your next 7 days and going, oh, I actually don't have a main event wrestling show to watch. Bear in mind, it's fun, but it is a little bit crazy out there right now.
Excuse me.
You got to watch out for the piranhas, and you got to watch out for those sharks. But my name is Simon Miller. Thank you very much for joining me here.
What are you talking about?
If you don't know, when we do have one of these pay-per-views, I take this, the finger of power, Brett kissing my own finger, and I give the good bits and up, and I give the bad bits a down. And that's what we're going to do right now. Scotland Scary Fingers. That's what we're going to do right now for the Elimination Chamber. I know a lot of people are mad, but just like, you know, divide it into blocks and you'll see it wasn't actually that bad. It wasn't blowaway. It wasn't that bad. There's up, there's down.
So it wasn't that bad? That means it was kind of bad? It's kind of just like a waste? I mean, WrestleMania is coming up anyway, so everybody's trying to develop the stories for WrestleMania, you feel me? But let me see, let's see. There's a lot of matches on here, I want to know what happened.
However, with everything I just said, take that and throw it in the bin, because can someone please tell me why WWE feels the need to have a match on every single kickoff show? I mean, the answer is no, unless you happen to work for WWE and you're watching this, and if that is true, please leave me a little comment down there. It's just getting so bizarre. Like, here it was the Viking Raiders taking on Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I mean, that was kind of nice, because now I can cancel the search for them. I thought maybe they'd been fired, or maybe they'd been trapped and locked in a broom cupboard somewhere. They're up the door going, let us out, let us out.
Viking Raiders won, hopefully, though.
In the WWE. But of course, the Viking Raiders just absolutely ruined them. I mean, what else was going to happen? Right? Yeah. Commentators tried to make us believe by going, hey, do you remember when they won their match? They won their
I don't know who those two are.
WrestleMania? Yes. And then I remember how they lost constantly ever since. And like I say, just vanished from television. Anyway, at one point, Zack accidentally Hawkins, Ryder, whatever the name of his finishing move is, onto his own partner in the Viking Raiders, in the Viking Experience. And that was that. And this just hurts my heart. I like Kurt and Zack. I like them a lot. They're just lovable goofs, and yet they're jobbed into the ground. Down. And then in a complete flip to that first match, we were having Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. What a wonderful human being Daniel Bryan is. I mean, he pretty much...
Because I don't know who Drew Gulak is.
To get a match with Drew Gulak, who's not a person we rarely see on television.
Yeah, I'm
and do not forget, this technically has more story than Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Because Roman just went, dear Mr. Goldberg, can I have a match? And Bill went, you can have whatever you want, my friend. It's all about Drew Gulak. Looking at Daniel Bryan and said, look, I know everybody thinks you're amazing, but I know all of your weaknesses. So Daniel Bryan was like, all right, we'll get in the ring and prove it to me. This was ace. Give it up. The cool thing was that Gulak wasn't actually a big dirty liar, and he was actually correct. Because in the early going, he had an answer for everything that D. Bryan was throwing at him. So you're like, oh man, Drew can really go. And this wasn't anything like you usually see on WWE TV, and that made it fresh like bread. Obviously, eventually it broke down, and Drew Gulak just slapped Daniel Bryan in the face. That just allowed everything to go crazy. So the intensity thickened, and then Drew Gulak gave Daniel Bryan a suplex, or German suplex, and dropped him right on his head. Now, this wasn't an accident. It was clearly intended to make the whole thing feel real and a bit aggressive. We all know the history of Daniel Bryan and his head region. I get really scared. I become his dad, and I'm like, please, Daniel Bryan, would you just take care of yourself? I jumped out of my chair like I was watching a horror movie. That makes me a massive wrestling nerd, but the truth is the truth. They continued to lay it in and reverse every move under the sun, but eventually Drew Gulak's luck did indeed run out, and he got trapped in the yes lock, but he didn't submit. he just passed out. And genuinely, this was fantastic. Good storytelling, ridiculous technical wrestling, and an aggressive finish at times. This fake real, like exaggerated.
That's because Daniel Bryan is a really, really good wrestler, man.
And suspending your disbelief.
He puts on a really good show.
Been able to buy into that. And Daniel Bryan even put Drew Gulak over after this was done. He was stood there and looked all upset, but Daniel Bryan just gave him a point and gave him a little round of applause and told the crowd to show him some love.
That's what's
Very
up.
strangely, a woman ran in from like the crowd, and her and Drew Gulak just started making out. And I was like, oh, that was a little bit unexpected.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm making that up, but I bet you believed it.
I did, you bitch!
Stuff like that actually happens in WWE.
You motherfucker, I hate you. I believed it.
During an interview, they are going to win the Elimination Chamber match later. When Dolph Ziggler mentioned his girl, Mandy Rose, and I just wanted to reach through my television screen and start throttling stupid Ziggles.
Exactly.
In the name of Otis.
Motherfucker.
They're going to do that. We had the weird glitch behind them, which I think now always ties in to when this pair are appearing on television. But who the hell knows? Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship.
Humberto.
Here's the thing. By the end of their encounter, they did have the fans in their favour, but at the start, nobody seemed to care. And that's kind of what resonated to me as I watched it from home. They worked hard. They're very, very good wrestlers.
Yeah.
This kind of sums up the Elimination Chamber when you look at it overall. None of it was actually that bad, but some of it was kind of just there. No crap over that. Just getting it up. The big twist came when Andrade removed the protective mats on the outside because he wanted to smash Humberto's head into the concrete floor. But what he doesn't see coming is that Carrillo had discounted and he gave him a back body drop instead. But then stupid Humberto decided to get back in the ring and engage in a roll-up war. Are you an idiot, Humberto Carrillo? Do you not know that if Andrade hit a surprise one out of nowhere, you would have been devastated? Clearly, you did not know this. I hit my microphone. Because that's how this ended, despite the fact they were both busting them out. None was more shocking than the one that Andrade did. And he also grabbed a fistful of tights. He got the 1, 2, 3 with, of course, the most devastating move in all
Surprise roll-up.
professional wrestling. The surprise roll-up. I think that's 14. It may be 15. Bring down my counter. I've got utterly lost. I'm going to say it's 14. And again, we're only in early March. I didn't even start this until February. We are going to get well over 100 before we get to the end of 2020. Friday, let's say Intercontinental Championship. Not true. His US title. I like these two, but I think we need to give them something more. AJ Styles then cut the funniest promo ever. Like, I don't think this was intentional. When he was asked whether Gallows and Anderson were going to be involved in the DQ match later, he just went, yeah, of course they are. And AJ Styles is a no DQ match. Why wouldn't I get my mates involved? And I like that. But then for some reason, as he was ranting and raving, the camera just cut away, and it was a bit like an old man that had forgotten to take his medication, just mumbling away like, oh, that is too black, take it out later. It's the strangest production cut I think I've ever seen in WWE, and I was laughing my ass off.
I don't know what you're talking
touched upon, remember, the awesome thing about the Elimination Chamber is that we all went in with our expectations kind of low. So when we got matches, like the Tag Team SmackDown one, in the Elimination Chamber, which absolutely blew my mind.
That shit should have been. It should be hard,
You're
right?
out there saying this was bad. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and try and figure out what's going on in your brain. This is getting it up. I also like the fact that all the teams were in the ring, bar Rudolph, before we had our first elimination. And before that, the sheer carnage that was going on top of those pods. I mean, the New Day were up there, and the House Party were up there, and Kofi Kingston was being chucked back down to the canvas. And then Metalik, the crazy hot tamale that he is, did a Hurricane Rana off one of the pods onto John Morrison. It was nuts. Dorado, I think, then got jealous because he climbed his way using the weird mesh stuff all the way to the top. And get this, he hit a shooting star press from the top of the cage onto everybody waiting below.
Shit.
If you don't intend to watch anything from an
Shit.
make sure you find the gif of this. Fortunately, it didn't work out too well for Lucha House Party because they didn't hit heavy machinery. They were just looking on. They were like, should we go and hit them with the compactor? And Tucker was like, yeah, Otis, we should. They did. Lucha House Party going out. From there, everybody decided they just wanted to try and kill themselves because Tucker of all people, did a somersault off the top of one of the pods onto everybody. And then when Otis saw that dastardly Dolph Ziggler, he ran at him. Unfortunately, Dolph got out of the way, and not only did he career through one of the pods, but he went out of the weird steel mesh thing all the way to the outside. Once again, I was ringing up Otis's mum saying, my word, I think your son is gone. This was sold like he was dead, and obviously Tucker looked absolutely concerned. And as we've learned throughout the years, you can't be concerned in WWE because it will be your undoing. So
of course.
Super kicked,
of course.
Glorious DDT'd, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode both pinned him. Unfortunately, the machinery also going home.
Damn, bro. Fuck. So Otis lost his bitch and he's losing matches?
Just later,
Dolph Ziggler better not have won.
Out of there because the Usos just jumped off both pods and hit them with a double splash, and that kind of came out of nowhere. And then tying into the phrase, well, if your friend jumped off a bridge, would you? Kofi Kingston was responsible for his own downfall because he thought, I'm going to jump off a pod as well. But unfortunately, he missed. We'll say at this point, there may have been a little bit too much pod jumping at this stage. Like, it's still incredible. But when I've seen 62,742 pod jumps, when you get to that last one, you're like, I mean, it's still amazing.
But chill.
I have seen a lot. It did allow both The Miz and John Morrison to get the pin on Kingston, which of course meant, you guessed it, New Day.
Well, I'd rather have The Miz and John Morrison win.
And our champions, and thankfully, the champions won. Like, I think I would have exploded. If you had given John Morrison, The Miz, the belts and taken away 10 days later, that would have been too much.
Yeah.
And basically, rolled Jay up. And The Miz put his feet on the rope, which is fine. Elimination Chamber match, there's no DQ. They got the 3 count. And then we can just move on to WrestleMania. Still, this was lovely. Natalya then said some words. Like, she's so mad about what Randy Orton did to Beth Phoenix that she is going to take this rage and make sure she uses it to win the elimination.
Oh, I thought she was going to try to beat up Randy Orton.
A couple of hours after this, clearly she wasn't that annoyed because she did not win. She's seen a lot of stuff about family. Like, family is so important to Edge and Beth Phoenix. And family is important to me. And everybody knows that. So I will do it for family. And I was like, what are we talking about? Anyway, that's Natalya. My word, then we had the no DQ match between Aleister Black and AJ Styles. Once again, this is the theme between me and AJ Styles in this show. I was just laughing because the logic here, as you know, as I've said 1,000 times, it was a no disqualification match. Gallows and Anderson were on the outside, doing the best buds of one Mr. Styles.
Of course.
And they just stood there and watched for 20 minutes, even when AJ almost lost. It was genuinely hilarious. They're like, should we get in? No, I can't be bothered, man. My back kind of hurts and my knee is a little bit twonky. And then from nowhere, after about 20 minutes, went, oh, no, we can get in. This made no sense. And because of that, getting it down. But on the flip side to that, in terms of action, especially when Black and Styles got going, I thought this was fire. The crowd were quite quiet. I think they were exhausted from the elimination chamber.
Oh, okay.
There were kendo sticks, there were chairs, there were tables. I think they deserve a round of applause. He's having it up. And again, it was only when Black was going for the Black Mass that the OC went, oh, quick, get in the ring. And they hit Aleister with the Magic Killer. But clearly nobody knew what was going to happen next. Because in the distance, you heard the Undertaker's dong.
Hey!
Gong. I don't know what to call it. They heard the noise, the signals, and the dead man was here. And all the lights went out. When they came back up, of course, the Phenom was in the ring. He also was choking away at Gallows and Anderson, which must have been confusing for them, because in the world of kayfabe, it just went dark, and they just felt someone gently caressing their neck. And AJ Styles went to phenomenal forearm the Undertaker. The Undertaker has a sixth sense. He turned around, he
chokeslammed him,
and he gave him the choke slam, and then he disappeared. I know this has been going on for like 2 decades, but the sheer crowd reaction was amazing. I got goosebumps. The character is just the flipping best. He then allowed Aleister Black to hit AJ Styles with one of the best Black Masses I have seen, and amazingly, he got the one.
Hey, my nigga got the dub. My nigga got the dub.
Consider, maybe we're not doing the Undertaker versus AJ Styles, and we're going to do like a 6-man tag with the OC versus Aleister Black versus the Undertaker and somebody else. Hell, I'll do it if you want some bald asshole involved. But imagine that. Think about the Undertaker winning that match with the Undertaker's team and the dead man kind of endorsing Aleister Black.
I like that.
A little bit of a kick out of that.
Me too, I like it.
We should.
I like it.
So this was actually quite good.
My nigga
really
got the
silly
dub.
in many ways, but also, again, good. Am I still going to be talking about this in 6 weeks? No. But did I enjoy watching it late on a Sunday evening? Why, yes, I did. And you know what? The Raw Tag Team title match fits exactly into that boat we just created and built with our hands. Was it amazing? No. Was it decent and fine? Yes. Give it up. The AOP's presence was negated because the Viking Raiders came out and started having a little fight. At one point, Kevin Owens just popped up at ringside and he was eating popcorn, throwing it into into Seth Rollins' face. That kind of caused somewhat of a distraction. Montez Ford hit his incredible frog splash onto Murphy. Don't call him Buddy, because that's not his name. The Street Profits retain their titles.
Oh, okay.
Cool, whatever.
Okay, Street Profits been
doing Seth
balling.
versus Kevin at WrestleMania. Afterwards, Rollins did get the stunner from KO, and he poured his popcorn over him. You probably could have done this on Raw, but you did it on a pay-per-view. I ain't offended. And oh my word, you will not believe, I still do not believe what happened next. In fact, luckily, I have the footage of my reaction when it happened. Roll it. But yeah, handicap that beforehand I was so terrified was going to see Braun Strowman ruin 3 wrestlers that I really like. We had the ultimate surprise, the ultimate shock, because Sami Zayn won the Intercontinental title from Braun Strowman. And don't forget the last title that Sami Zayn had in WWE.
I fucking hate Sami Zayn. He's a glorified side character.
22.
How you be Braun?
That nobody remembers. So I can't believe we're here. I can't believe we get to do it. Bring it down. The Sami tally that I think has been going for around about 365 days. I could cry. I'm getting emotional. Put a 1 on that tally board. This is the best day ever. And in fact, I'm having such a good time. Retiring the board. That's right. I'm retiring the board like you retire someone's jersey when they do something well. Sami Zayn slayed Braun Strowman. He won a belt. And more importantly, he got a win on television.
What the fuck?
I'm going to cheer Sami Zayn.
What the fuck?
Proof that if you set your mind to anything, you can do it. Sami Zayn retired March 8th, 9th, whatever it is, 2020. Take my heart and eat it. Don't do that. That's crazy and wicked. Just be happy. And don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Braun was running wild at one point, but then he got conshacted right into the ring post. Then Cesaro and Shinsuke gave him a suplex, while he also got a haluva kicked by Sami. And that was the 1, 2, 3. I've made myself out of breath. Because I'm so excited. Give it up. I wouldn't have cared. No lie. I wouldn't have cared if every other match on this pay-per-view sucked. It's 10 minutes of goodness. Kill me now. Kill me now. I lay down on my deathbed. I don't need anything else in life. Not true at all. It isn't exaggerated fun. I will say I have no idea who Braun seems to piss off every single time, because he's never allowed any momentum and continually gets thrown into the ground. Flub that. Today is all about Sami Zayn.
That's what I don't like though. They always do my boy Braun dirty.
Zayn Day.
And he a beast.
SCD is here. And let's hope the SCD lasts forever.
I hope not.
What's the story for Raw? Or SmackDown, I should say. Or he loses, does it?
I hope.
Be surprised.
I hope.
Event time next, which if you've been keeping track, you should be able to work out, is the second Elimination Chamber match of the night. And here is the thing. Did this need to actually be in the chamber? No, it did not. At times was this quite awkward, which I'll talk about in 1 second. Yes, it was. But in terms of a character standpoint, was this exactly the type of booking that WWE should have done? Yes, it is. And that's why for now, we'll get on here, get it up. I mean, I have no choice anyway, because in my predictions video for the Elimination Chamber, I said the words, what WWE really should do is have Shayna Baszler get in there and tap everybody out. And you know what happened? Shayna Baszler got in there and she tapped everybody out. Now,
okay.
That make her come across like a badass. Not only does she now feel as like legit as somebody like Brock Lesnar, and I really, really do mean that, she is the first person in the history of this stipulation match to eliminate all of her rivals. That, my friends, is how you build a star. So I liked it. I really did. And I couldn't be higher on Shayna Baszler as I am right now.
She a beast. We all know. She can't be Becky though.
In the sense that on more than one occasion, Baszler had to stand there in the ring and wait for a pod to open. And not only did that kill the pacing of the match, but the live crowd didn't like it at all, and they started to go boo boo. And it did end with Shayna and Oscar in there, and I thought that was fantastic.
She beat Oscar?
But it took too long. When you light the fire, you've got to make the explosion happen. If you don't, you will lose people's interest. So that part gets it down. And of course, I do also think there's a negative when it does come to the Empress of Tomorrow, because she was the second highlight here. When she was in her pod, she wouldn't shut up, and she was absolutely hilarious, and I don't even know what the hell she was saying. And I've said it time and time again. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice some other people to get somebody over, and that's what we were doing with Shayna Baszler here. But when you look at everything that Oscar's done on the main roster, it just makes you a little bit sad. Like, she's so talented, and she has a big following.
Yeah, Oscar's a beast.
It just feels like cannon fodder at times, and I don't get it. could be one of the biggest stars there is. And she's a big star. I'm not saying she's not a big star. I mean, she won the Royal Rumble, right? I remember. And I think she could be even bigger. And because of that, also getting it down. And that was that. That was the Elimination Chamber, and so many people on Twitter are getting mad. But again, you go through it match by match, bit by bit. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it far exceeded my expectations. And honestly, I'm really excited about Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler.
Me too. Me too.
Baszler right now, she feels like a threat. And that's what you need when someone's going after a champion and going after a babyface. They have to feel like a threat. He does. That's why, yeah, you're going to get mad. I don't care. Come box me. I'll fight you back. I'll Deontay Wilder your ass. No, wait, he lost.
Exactly. I was about to say, hold on. All right. Great video. Shout out to Simon, like always. Like I said, he always keeps me in the loop with these pay-per-views. I'm mad that Sami Zayn beat Braun, but it was 3-on-1, so that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? But Braun never gets the push that he deserves, man. That shit get on my nerves. Anyway, it seemed like it was okay. It seemed like it was cool. Based on the matches, it seemed like it should have been good. I don't know why a lot of y'all said it was trash. Maybe it was kind of long. Maybe it was kind of drawn out and boring. But, I mean, he gave it 7 ups and 4 downs, so ultimately it got an up. So it didn't seem that bad. But let me know what y'all thought down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next time. Peace.